The Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPHA, PAHO and the WHO met with health ministers and senior medical officers across the Caribbean on Monday via a video conference to discuss the way forward in tackling and protecting their countries from the coronavirus. Representing Grenada at the meeting was Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Francis Martin, Epidemiologist Dr. Sean Charles, and Minister for Health Nicholas Steele. Dr. Martin highlights some of the recommendations made by the organization.
And CARPHA is also suggesting and is prepared anyone traveling from China to the Caribbean to do lab testing for the coronavirus. CARPHA is suggesting that we avoid all travel to and from China, especially non-essential travelers. All Caribbean citizens should postpone travel to China until the all clear is given. For returning citizens, CARPHA is suggesting that all citizens should be allowed to repatriate. And those are the countries that have taken those positions. Grenada also have taken that position, that non-nationals will be allowed in.
The acting CMO says the organization also gave guidelines on how the Ministry of Health should respond to someone who is carrying or suspected to be carrying the virus.
It is very clear that you do not send people back to their places they originated from, because in so doing, it is extremely risky to do so because you expose, it's called double exposure. Persons are exposed when they come to your show, and if you send them back, you're exposing other persons to them. And they're suggesting that immigration should ask more probing questions now. It's not a simple matter of indicating on the form where you've been in the last weeks, and some persons may even not bother filling that part on the immigration form. Personal protective equipment, CARPHA is suggesting that at ports of entry, we should have port health officials and other medical staff use quarantine PPEs, as we call it, personal protecting equipment, and we also are prepared to do so.
While most of the Caribbean countries have already begun screening within ports of entries, additional recommendations were suggested to the health officers. Dr. Martin also announced that Grenada will be conducting laboratory testing for the virus.
We are happy to say that the region now has the ability to test, to do lab testing. And fortunately for Grenada, we also have two opportunities to do the testing. We can actually send to CDC through CARPHA. We can actually send to CDC by ourselves. And also SGU is now able to test for the virus. So that's great. That's really great for us. In fact, we have the epidemiologist has just suggested to me, told me a while ago that we have sent off samples to the Center for Disease Control, testing for the coronavirus.
The acting chief medical officer was speaking at government's weekly post-cabinet briefing. For GBN News, I am Rena Perry reporting.